Yo, what is up guys, it's Ryan. I'm back with another video, and today I'm at Cedar Point and I parked in the back this time as per recommendation because I've been told the marina entrance is really convenient to get back by Magnum, Steel Vengeance, Maverick, and all the good rides in the back that I love so much. So it's my first time walking in this entrance and parking back here, and it's also a lot more convenient. It's a shorter walk to the gate and a lot easier to find where you park too. So yeah, that was pretty nice. I'm vlogging on my iPhone and I feel stupid for not bringing my camera because there's so many good angles right here, but oh well, I'll bring it next time. Now it is Wednesday, August 24th, 2022, and a lot of kids are in college right now. Kings Island actually isn't even open right now. Cedar Point's daily ops goes an extra 2 weeks. So I'm hoping that means short lines. I haven't seen any on people's stories this week, so that's giving me hope, but I'm gonna head over here to Magnum to start out my day and we'll see how I do. All right, so Magnum is a walk-on, so this is a big dub for me instantly. All right, I'm walking on to row 3, which is known as the ejector seat. I just got off of Magnum and it was very good. Not quite as good as Skyrush, unfortunately. Skyrush definitely has the stronger ejector and is quite a bit smoother. However, it is still the best hyper in Ohio and ranks as my #2 hyper. I should also probably state the whole reason I'm here actually to begin with is because I have a Platinum Pass and I have yet to go to another Cedar Fair park besides Kings Island this season. And I figured, what better day than today? The weather has been fairly decent lately and the crowd should be light. So even though I'm only going to get about 8 hours in the park today, I should be able to cash in way more than I would on a weekend or any other day in the summer. Okay, I'm going to skip Gemini for now. It says 5 minutes, but it's actually like a 25-minute wait because they're only running one side.
A few moments later.
There she is, in all of its glory. Okay, so compared to what I'm used to, this is definitely significantly shorter. If I'm being completely honest, it feels surreal that I'm not waiting an hour to 2 hours on it. Like, this is only a 15-20 minute wait. That's not bad. I forgot, I'm gonna have to shove you guys in a locker. I've only rode backseat on this every single time I've done it before, so maybe I'll try front, but I'll probably end up in the back. Don't say I didn't call it. I didn't get front row, but I got row 2, which is close enough. And how do I want to word that? I will give it the benefit of the doubt. It was one of the morning rides. There were certain spots where I felt that the ejector was stronger in the front, and there were certain spots where I remembered that the ejector was stronger in the back. However, towards the front, you get a few moments of hang time that you don't feel as much in the back. Like I was saying, I'm definitely going to come back and try it again later if I have time. But right now, I'm going to do my favorite Intamin in the world, Maverick. It just so happens to be right across the street from Steel Vengeance, and oh my gosh, I love this thing to death. Well, it could be better, but then again, it could be worse. There are not many more views that get me more excited than this. Row 6 is secured. Let's go. The ride's amazing. It's amazing. I have the same things to say after it every single time I ride it. It's fast, it's intense, I gray out in multiple spots, you get airtime, you get so many positive G's, super smooth, and it has an amazing launch. Like, it does not get better than Maverick. Hey, Maverick, fix your cameras. This is pretty bad. Like 1 out of every 10 is good. Rip. That would be my luck for that to happen. I even posed for the camera and remembered where it was this time too. That's the funny part. As much as I would also love to re-ride Maverick right now, the same concept applies to Steel Vengeance. I'll come back if I have time. Right now, I want to head up to Millennium Force.
5 minutes later.
All right, again, could be better, but definitely could be worse. I gotta say it, this is probably the shortest I've ever seen this line in my life. I can hear the station music. This is the Millennium Force White Boy Dance. Do not copyright. Once again, Millennium Force, super underrated. I actually almost blacked out on the first drop and turn, which is crazy. Everyone says this ride is forceless, yet that drop in first turn is some of the highest positive G's next to I-305 you can experience on the ride. Absolutely insane. I grade out for a solid 8 seconds. Yes, 8 seconds. It was insane. This ride is super slept on. I love you, Millennium Force. I've been here for 2.5 hours and Rougarou has yet to run. So I'm gonna say probably no Rougarou today. All right, it's 2:38. I'm gonna take a little break from riding and go look for something to eat. But I've got to shout out an anonymous plug here. I'm gonna keep him anonymous because reasons. But he hooked me up with their VIP dining thing, which includes snacks. So I can get meals and snacks technically every 90 minutes. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my meal plan for the food and then use this thing for the snacks. And I am so grateful for that. There's a bee on my hand, get off of there. All right, this is my first time trying the Coaster's Diner here at Cedar Point. And that food looks really good actually.
Moments later.
All right, so I just had the chicken tenders and fries from Coaster's Diner and it was pretty solid. A lot better than the food last year. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but it's solid. And what an incredible view I got here too. Just chilling next to Corkscrew and watching Valraven and Iron Dragon behind me go. Cedar Point's aesthetic can't be matched. Finally, it's been over a year since I've done my favorite invert, Raptor. I can't believe my eye sockets. The last time I rode this, I was way out here. This is a walk-on. There's no one in the stairs. Like, this is literally a walk-on. Raptor is still my favorite invert. After all, I think I'm at 13 or some, I'm done, I've lost count. But it is the fastest, it is the whippiest, it is the smoothest. Even from that first drop, it just whips you so much harder than any other invert drop I've been on so far. Like I said, super smooth, and the trims barely hit, so you're literally just cruising through the second half of that layout, which has 3 barrel rolls, and the helix at the end is just insane. If I were to change, there it goes. If I were to change just one thing on this ride, it would be rebanking that final turn into the brake run. It's hilarious to see everyone break their necks on the way back in, but other than that, like, this ride is so good, so underrated by most, and one of my favorite coasters on the planet. Look at this. Gatekeeper is also a walk-on, as I would imagine, since Raptor also was. If you want to come to Cedar Point with short lines, come late in August during a weekday when the kids are back in school. It's been a blast so far. All right, Gatekeeper front row was pretty darn awesome actually. My best ride I've ever had on that. I don't know if it was just like a placebo effect where I thought, it's probably better up front, so it just became better in my head, or if it actually was naturally better. But either way, I loved it. The wind is in your face as with any front row ride, but the hang time you get on that first drop, I sat in the right side, just crazy. I probably got a solid 2 or 3 seconds going down that drop. I also gotta say, that first inversion after the drop, so I guess it's technically the second inversion, you guys can debate that in the comments. That actually made me gray out. I don't recall that being that forceful, but yeah, pretty cool ride. How is this the wait for Valraven? Literally, I've never waited under an hour for this thing in my life. This is insane. All right, Valraven was pretty good. Sat in row 2 in the second to left seat. I rode this last year and I do not remember it having a rattle like that, but it wasn't bad, it just was weird. Not gonna lie, I don't think I've rode this since 2016, but I'm finally gonna give it another shot since it has no weight. That was so much better than I remembered it. Where do I begin? I don't remember what the restraints were like in 2016, but they have the new PTC restraints that you would find on Voyage, Raven, and Legend on that. So you don't really get like 1 or 2 clicks. Actually, you can't get a 1 click on the PTC's video bombing. As I was saying, you don't really get 2 clicks on this ride. There's like a lot of different clicks, but it was fit right to where my thighs were, so it wasn't too much space to begin with. But I'd say there was like 3 really good airtime moments in the front row on that ride. It's definitely a lot faster paced than I remember. The trade-off is it is a little rough, but not as rough as I remembered it, which I've never shared my thoughts on what I thought of it as a kid, but as a kid I thought it was really rough and boring, and my opinion has totally just changed. Dare I say it, that might be as good as Racer, if not better. All right, just got off of row 12, aka backseat ride on Corkscrew, and that was pretty good. Not the best coaster in the world for sure, but it's very iconic, and it's one of the first looping coasters, so you gotta love it. The drop has a nice little pop of airtime, something I missed from Aero Loopers that was very reminiscent of Vortex for me. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling about it there. I am going to head over to Gemini because once I ride that, that's gonna be the completion of every operating coaster in the park. Keyword operating. Gemini in the backseat, so underrated. You get so much ejector on all those drops. It's so much fun. It takes airtime hills to a whole new meaning. They're like separate drops. I love this ride. Although it was weird with it not racing. They were only running red, so that was a bummer. All right, first place I'm gonna use my dining pass at. It's gonna be Fountains and Floats, and I've heard they've got really good ice cream. Never mind, they're closed.
Articles such as basketballs, teddy bears, or souvenir bottles. They will have to be left inside one of the blue lockers across the midway or with a non-rider who is not entering the line. Also note that metal detection is in use here at Steel Vengeance. If you try to hide it, we will find it and you will be asked to leave the line.
Wow. It's even shorter than it was earlier. Is this going to be a Steel Vengeance marathon? Maverick still has a long line. Yes, I do think it's the better coaster, but if I'm going to marathon something like Steel Vengeance, I'm going to take the opportunity. Okay, I just got off not 1, but 2 Steel Vengeance rides. First one was row 12 in the back. Absolutely insane. So much, I love this ride. Like, it's a top 5 for a reason. It's tossing you around constantly. It has insane ejector and floater airtime. Those 2 sustained outbanked hills at the beginning of the ride are just bonkers. Like, I feel like my brain's gonna leave my body. That's how intense the airtime is. Steel Vengeance is the only roller coaster I can think of where I actually think I'm happy that there's a mid-course brake run. Because if that thing didn't hit, you would just be tossed at such a painful rate. Like, it would be too much. Like, that's how good the ride is. It's insane. I love it. I have a lot of adjectives for rides, if you guys haven't noticed already. All right, so I'm back at Magnum, and remember this guy from Hershey, Justin?
It's me again.
Yeah,
at
we're
my
hanging
home
out
park.
now.
Home park.
Yeah. So we're gonna ride Magnum now, and my first ride was pretty tame this morning, but I think it needed time to warm up. So we'll see if ride number 2 today is better.
Row 3, baby.
Yep, I was right. It just needed time to warm up. Row 3, just like earlier, and we got space forced.
I got space forced.
Yeah, he did some magic.
4 clicks.
Yeah, I don't know what I got, but he certainly was flying out of his seat. So much so that the people behind him were literally scared.
Oh
that he
no,
was
at
gonna
the
die.
first hill, they thought they were witnessing a death.
Yes, it was hilarious.
I do not encourage this. I am going to be flat. I do not encourage this. Got the Thuzy number.
All right, guys, so I did row 12 on the left side this time on Steel Vengeance, and he can justify by my
Makes a
reaction.
difference.
It does make a huge difference.
He got in being like, why are we on the, does it make a difference? Like, and he was like, the top hat, like halfway up the top hat. He's like, yeah, it makes a difference.
I've never got to ride it twice in a day like that before, but yeah. Totally wicked in the back left, and now we're gonna ride Maverick. All right, we're gonna take that same mentality here in the back again on Maverick, and it's gonna be left seat. I sat in the right seat earlier. We'll see what difference it makes. So that's Dallin, the other kid I met at Hershey with Justin here. Bro, it's like a family reunion.
It is a family reunion. It's the Hershey reunion.
It's like a family that hasn't even known each other for a whole day yet.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I love Hershey.
Maverick back left seat verdict was, it does make a little bit of a difference.
Mainly on the horseshoe.
Yeah, the transitions there are a little bit snappier, yet somehow smoother. Not a huge difference though. Backseat ride for sure. And we're gonna head to Millennium Force now. We got the Millennium Force music going again.
The Thuzy mating call.
This ride gets better every time I ride it. Why does no one talk about how freaking intense that first drop and turn is?
There is, however, they need to clearance check a tree because that was scary close.
Yeah, I actually sat in the left side. Oh no, I did right side earlier. I just don't remember the tree, I guess.
It's
I'm not
right when
that
you're going
observant.
around the playground on the island, there's this stupid tall tree that has like a single tiny branch that like if you were reaching long enough, you could probably grab it.
Yeah. Literally though, like that was even more intense than earlier. And I would actually dare to say that first drop and turn might be as intense as I-305. Yes, I went there. Like
Ooh,
I grayed
that's
out for
risky.
just about the same amount of time. Now the rest of the ride, like I-305 is much better.
Taken a drink of water since we met up, so
I feel attacked. Little buddies. What's up, little dudes? All right, so I started walking out of the park like I normally would to the main entrance, and then I forgot. I didn't take the main entrance. And of course I got mostly all the way up here to realize that. So now I'm walking to the back of the park again. I got to ride so much more today than I'm used to riding here at this park. Let's see, I got 4 rides on Steel Vengeance, 2 rides on Maverick, 2 rides on Millennium Force, and 1 ride on everything else besides Rougarou and Iron Dragon. And obviously Top Thrill Dragster. Not to mention the park, at the beginning of the day, I overslept an hour and a half, and I meant to get here at 10 and I got here at 11:30. The fact I was able to do that much is a huge dub in my book. Huge shout out to all the people I ran into like Dan and Isaac and Justin. You guys rock. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see y'all again. And hopefully the next time I come back, if it's not this year, this thing will be open. One of these days, I'll check out the boardwalk and stay at Breakers. That's definitely still on the bucket list. This is like a whole nother perspective of the park coming out this way. And that's gonna do it for today's video. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Only like 20% or less of you guys are subscribed, so it would seriously help and you'd see more of my videos. Spank the like button, that way I can get more views and the algorithm, you know how that stuff works. Make sure you keep God number 1, and we'll see you guys next time here at Christian Coasters, where we make epic coaster vlogs and videos. Peace!